Kourtney and Travis are all love, but we are missing the red flags.
We just can't ignore these red flags in Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's relationship.
An old memoir by Travis Barker revealing his past feelings for Kim Kardashian, sister to his wife.
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker might just be the most PDA-loving, rock and roll-obsessed couple in Hollywood right now.
I'm just living life, and whatever happens, happens.
But let's be real. There are some major red flags waving in the wind, and not just any red flags. Think designer, custom-stitched, Instagram-filtered red flags that somehow still manage to scream, trouble ahead. Of course they seem happy. They're always glued to each other. Their wedding looked like a gothic fairy tale.
It's like choosing a child. I can't pick the best one.
And they can't keep their hands off one another in public. But sometimes the more picture-perfect something looks, the more cracks there are behind the scenes. So let's dive into some of the biggest signs that Kourtney and Travis might not be as flawless as they want us to believe. Kourtney and Travis moved so fast, the red flags barely had time to wave. Remember when Kourtney and Travis first got together? One second, they were just longtime friends, and the next, they were basically super glued to each other. Blink once, and they were engaged. Blink twice, and boom, married. Sure, they had known each other for years, but once things turned romantic, they went from 0 to 100 faster than a Kardashian brand deal. Now, whirlwind romances can be exciting, but they often skip over the essential getting to know each other in a real relationship phase. It's like binge-watching a show at double speed. You might get the main plot, but you're missing all the small, crucial details. And when you're rushing toward wedding vows, those skipped moments can turn into major blind spots. Kourtney had spent years in a slow-motion, on-again, off-again saga with Scott Disick, where commitment was always dangling just out of reach. So when Travis came along, ready to commit from day one, it probably felt like a dream. But here's the thing. Swinging from one extreme to the other doesn't always mean personal growth. Sometimes it's just an emotional reaction to the past. And when love is moving at breakneck speed, red flags can get left in the dust. Kourtney's new life with Travis seems to be pushing her further from her family. When you date a Kardashian, you don't just get a partner, you get a whole empire, a brand, a reality show, and Kris Jenner working behind the scenes like a CEO managing her biggest investment. Kourtney, however, has always been the outlier of the family, the one least interested in the glitz and business machine that fuels the Kardashian dynasty. But ever since she got with Travis, that distance between her and her sisters seems to have grown even wider. There have been plenty of whispers that some family members aren't exactly Travis's biggest fans.
There's certain patterns to break.
And you think choosing bad partners is like a genetic thing?
Kim, in particular, has seemed distant, and it's no secret that she and Kourtney haven't always seen eye to eye.
Don't ever come at me like that. I swear to God.
Their infamous confrontation on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where Kim accused Kourtney of not working hard enough, was just the tip of the iceberg.
I don't want to hear this narrative anymore about this work ethic.
But now, with Kourtney fully immersed in her new rock star romance, the gap between them seems bigger than ever. Some fans even speculate that Kourtney's whole "I'm so over the family drama" attitude isn't just about personal growth. It's a reaction to how her sisters view Travis. If Kris Jenner is worried, you know it's serious. Reports say she's concerned about how much Kourtney has changed since getting with Travis. And let's be honest, when Kris is concerned, it usually means something isn't aligning with the family's carefully curated image. The Kardashians are known for being tight-knit, so when one sister starts pulling away, it raises questions. Is Kourtney truly happy and evolving on her own terms? Or is she isolating herself from the people who might challenge her relationship? Kourtney and Travis's constant need to put their love on display feels less like romance and more like a performance. Okay, so we all know that Kourtney and Travis love to show their love. The smooching, the hand-holding, the excessive red carpet makeouts, it's all very extra. Sure, it's cute that they're into each other, but sometimes when a couple is too obsessed with showing the world how in love they are, it makes you wonder, who are they trying to convince? Over-the-top PDA can sometimes be a way to distract from underlying issues. It's like when someone posts a super long Instagram caption about how much they love their partner. Sometimes it's real, but sometimes it's a cover-up for problems behind the scenes. If a relationship is truly strong, you don't need to prove it in every public moment. Kourtney didn't just fall for Travis, she became a whole new person to match him. Pre-Travis, Kourtney was all about wellness, green juices, and subtle neutral tones. Now, she's rocking punk-inspired outfits, heavy black eyeliner, and a whole new aesthetic that just so happens to match Travis's vibe perfectly. Look, there's nothing wrong with switching up your style, especially when you're in love. But when one partner completely transforms to fit the other person's world, it raises some questions. Is it genuine? Or is it a sign that one person's personality is taking over the relationship? Relationships should be about balance, not one person completely adopting the other's identity. Travis and Kourtney's love feels less like devotion and more like obsession. Travis and Kourtney love to talk about how deeply they're committed to each other. They throw around phrases like, "I'd do anything for you," and "I'd perish for you," painting their love as the ultimate fairy tale. On the surface, it sounds passionate and romantic, but when a relationship becomes all-consuming, it starts to blur the line between devotion and dependency. When two people make each other their entire world, it can shift from love to obsession, where their identities become completely wrapped up in each other. Passion is great, but a truly strong relationship should add to your life, not take over every part of it. Travis has a pattern, and Kourtney jumped from hesitation to haste. History doesn't reset overnight. If you take a look at Travis's history, there are some eyebrow-raising moments. His past relationship with Shanna Moakler was anything but smooth, and there have been whispers about Travis having a pattern of overwhelming relationships. And while people can change, history has a way of repeating itself if those patterns aren't addressed. As for Kourtney, well, we all saw her on-again, off-again dynamic with Scott Disick. She went from a long, drawn-out relationship that never quite worked to an ultra-fast one that skipped straight to marriage. Going from one extreme to another isn't always a sign of growth. It can sometimes mean someone is just reacting to their last relationship, rather than making a fully thought-out decision. Kourtney and Travis aren't just a couple, they're a brand. They have matching outfits, shared photo shoots, and an aesthetic that feels straight out of a carefully curated Pinterest board. And while that's fun and all, it makes you wonder, where does the real relationship end and the performance begin? In Hollywood, it's easy to fall into the trap of making a relationship part of your public image. And when that happens, the pressure to keep up the perfect couple act can make things even harder behind the scenes. Kourtney didn't just find love, she rebuilt her entire world around it. Kourtney has been very vocal about stepping away from her family's empire to focus on her own life. And while that sounds like a good thing, the timing is interesting. Did she really want distance from her family? Or did this relationship make her feel like she had to choose between her love life and her family life? Big life changes should come from personal growth, not just because of a relationship. If someone starts to shift their entire world around a partner, it's worth asking if it's truly what they want or if they're just trying to fit into a new mold. Not every love story is as perfect as it looks on Instagram. Look, we're not saying Kourtney and Travis are doomed. Maybe they really have found their perfect match in each other. But love isn't just about passion and obsession. It's about balance, understanding, and growing together in a healthy way. Are they couple goals? Maybe. Are there some major warning signs? Definitely. And if there's anything we've learned from Hollywood romances, it's that what looks perfect on the outside doesn't always hold up behind closed doors.